Alright, so today I've decided to record this, and I think this is going to be my first video here. And I think I would just like to go over why I've decided to make this channel. So for me, this channel is Vix's Void, and it's basically just going to be a place for me to sort of vocalize my thoughts out there into the ether and sort of, I guess, record them for my own purposes, just so that I could go back on them and whatnot. And maybe, occasionally I might provide something, worthwhile, some kind of insight, but probably not often at all. I don't really expect anything to really come of this. I'm not looking to get views or subscribers, and hell, honestly, a lot of my videos might end up getting privated because I probably won't be able to stand the sound of my own voice being publicly uploaded to the internet. But it is what it is. I just kind of want to have this as sort of my virtual journal, I guess. Just sort of to preserve whatever the hell, I'm going on about at the time. That way I can go back to it, or maybe someone else can get some kind of use out of it, or someone else can relate to, what I'm thinking about or what I'm going through, because I'm sure it's going to be a lot of, personal experience, but then it may also bleed into things like, just problems, in the world going on right now. I'm sure there will be some of that. But yeah, this channel is not really meant to be anything, special. It's, I would be surprised if I get any kind of, people watching me. I'm not gonna be telling people to subscribe and, oh, you gotta follow me. I'm not trying to be an influencer in any way. I'm just, a normal person trying to basically record my thoughts, and that's kind of why it's Vix's Void here. It's just a void. The internet is just analogous to a void that I can just spew whatever nonsense that comes to my mind into, and record it and preserve it, because why not, I guess. But yeah, also I think another reason that I want to do this is I sort of miss the old YouTube, and I sort of miss back in the old days when it felt like YouTube channels and stuff, and YouTube in general was more of a community space rather than just a bunch of influencers that are all chasing the almighty algorithm and the dollar. Back in the old days, people had channels. They made things just because they were passionate about them. And, they fostered a community of like-minded people just because, they all had common interests, not because they were trying to make a career out of it. And I just think of the times back when YouTube first started in its infancy, when people had video replies and things like that to channels. People would make videos, and then there would be video replies, video comments, and things like that. It just felt like the dynamic on older YouTube was such that there wasn't this distance between the person who made the video and the viewer and the audience. It was much more like you're on the same level, you're all part of the same community. Whereas now it's I guess sort of nostalgic for that time of YouTube, and in a way this is kind of my part of just making something more personal and more, not explicitly chasing YouTube's algorithm or ad revenue, and just putting my thoughts out there. The name of YouTube is just that YouTube. It's about broadcasting yourself. That's the sort of motto of it, right? And, it's about putting yourself out there on the internet, and not really I feel like the artificial facade that people nowadays put forward, in most of their videos, where it's this hyper polished, sort of unreality, where everything is just so edited to, suit our, our just massively shortened attention spans, just to constantly keep us engaged so that we don't click on, the next, whatever garbage video that tries to steal our attention. I don't know, I just reject all of that, I think. And, will I get the views? Is this what is popular in YouTube's algorithm? Absolutely not. But I still think it's worthwhile. I still think there's a point to it, even if this channel is nothing but incoherent rambling of of some random person on the internet. I think that's perfectly fine. I think, there's a space for that deserves to be had. I think that in a way it's arguably more valuable than a lot of the insincere just content mills where, there's nowadays shit is just AI generated videos, and people are half of their videos is just AI generated art in the background, or they'll have these fake voiceovers of AI voiceovers, and it's just so fucking fake. I just hate it. I can't stand it. It's kind of insulting in a way to I feel to viewers. I don't know. I may make more videos talking about this subject in depth, when my thoughts are more organized about it, but yeah, that's kind of just, I guess, the main point of why I've decided to do this. And I hope that, I'll keep doing it and I'll keep sharing, and I don't, and just not have any expectations, because honestly, that's fine. It's fine not to have any expectations, about channel growth or subscriber count or views. I think there's, that's a liberating sort of perspective to have, because I think I'm just so used to hearing all of these YouTubers go on and on about, oh, well, when I get to this amount of subscribers, when I get this many likes on this video, I'll do this. When I do this and this, and it's just... And they're just all worried about, more and more and more. And it's just you don't need that to make something that you're passionate about or that you're interested in, or just sharing your thoughts or yourself. I get some people want to make this into a career, and I can't blame them, but it's, at what cost? I mean, I feel like there's ways of doing it without being so sacrificial to, yourself, just morphing yourself into some kind of creature for the sake of the algorithm. Just, that's how I feel. Anyway, this has gone on way too long. I'm just rambling, so I'm just gonna cut it here. So yeah, if anyone's watching, hope you have a good day, and peace.